What is good, PML family? It is your boy Is Nefarious, and we are back at it again with your favorite series, Gold Rush, following the San Francisco 49ers of the Premier Madden League. And you know what it is. We are close to the playoffs. Right now we are 7-6. We got the 11-2 Minnesota Vikings coming into town. They're one of the top teams thus far, especially in the NFC, and they're always Super Bowl contenders, usually in the NFC Championship game. They've been with the cycle for, I think, they've been with the PML for at least 2 cycles, maybe even more, and they've been a heavy hitter ever since they came into the league. So this is going to be a tough challenge for us. We definitely need to get a win here. We don't know if the Seattle Seahawks are going to win, but we gotta stay pace with them. We're trying to get the NFC West in our first season back in the Premier Madden League, and right now we're both 7-6. They got the Cardinals up this week, so they got a more favorable matchup than I do. But hopefully we could get a win here against the Vikings, upset if you will, and we could hopefully get first place if he ends up losing to the Cardinals. As you can see, the offense is moving pretty easily thus far. I'm diving all over the place right now with the defense, and he's dinking and dunking me a little bit. I thought he was going to come out running. He came out passing, and as you can see, it's working out for him. First run of the day doesn't get much from Dalvin Cook. But second run, he makes a guy miss, and he almost breaks that one free for a touchdown, but we're able to stuff that and keep him from getting a touchdown, which is going to end up big on this drive because we're able to actually hold him to a field goal here as he dumps that one off, and then he goes for the field goal after an incomplete pass on a 3rd and 4. So we get the ball. It's only 3-0, so we're not looking in terrible shape. As you can see, the first play from the San Francisco 49ers, we run it, we gain about 4 yards there, and then we gain about 4 more, and on a 3rd and 3 we're going to hit our fullback wide open, but there is a flag on the play, and it's going to be a holding call on us, and then we're going to try to hit our outside wide receiver on a curl route. It was meant to go inside low ball, but unfortunately Jimmy G is not that skillful, and he ends up throwing it outside on I'm missing the word, on a misthrown pass, I guess, but he misses that throw completely, gives him a free touchdown as it's now 10-0. But we're going to get the offense back on the field. We need to get some points on the board, at least a field goal to get us feeling better about our situation. And we're going to hand it off to Mostert here. It's going to lead to a 3rd and short. On the 3rd and short, we look for a short route, but he does a good job covering all that up, and we hold on to the ball for too long, especially with Trent Williams out. Our offensive line is not going to hold up that long, and we give up a sack. So the Minnesota Vikings get the ball back. That offense is moving. First play from the line of scrimmage, get a good pass, and then the second play is going to go over the middle to Justin Jefferson. He's been outstanding this season, and he's going to take it all the way into the end zone. So now they're up 17-0. On the first play, we run a little play action, but Harrison Smith gets into the backfield, so he gets a sack there. So now we're in a tough situation, but on a sweet play, we're able to get a first down. And it's 17-0 against this team is not where we want to be. Not where we want to be at all. And as you can see, our offensive line is not holding, especially on that left side. And a play action leads to a sack there. Then we're going to look over the middle on a 3rd and long. Instead of taking what was open, we try to force one in there. And Jimmy Garoppolo doesn't have the arm for that, as he takes that on a pick all the way into the end zone. So now it's 24-0. I mean, our goose is cooked. To say we really need to get a score before half to even make it reasonable at this point. As you can see, we make a nice move on the line of scrimmage, edge out a few yards there, but it's going to be turned back immediately by a holding call by Michael McKinley. I think it's Michael McKinley. So that leads to a 3rd and short, and we're not going to get the first down on 3rd and short, but on a 4th and short, we're able to hit Mostert out of the backfield, and he gets us a first down. So at least we're able to keep the ball. We run a little play action here. We look across. We got David Njoku open, and he gets tackled immediately. So at 3rd and 5, we're going to hit Debo Samuel, I believe that was, on a little out route. He makes that catch. So we're in decent field position now. Hit George Kittle underneath. So we're outside the 30, and we're going to give it to Mostert, who's going to get close to the first down. So on a 3rd and 1, we're looking for a flat, and he's going to make a great read on that one, taking it, and he's going to bring it all the way into the end zone. So another pick six. That is his second pick six thus far in this game. So we've given him 14 points just off turnovers, and then the defense is going to keep eating and keep balling out. As you can see, a sack by Danielle Hunter, and then a crosser route gets open for David Njoku as he gets close to the first down. Then we're going to hit Mostert out of the backfield. That's going to give us a first down. And then on a play action, once again, we're going to get strip sacked, but fortunately Mostert was around to cover that ball up so we don't lose possession. Now we're going to hit Mostert out of the backfield on a 1st and 15 after a delay of game here in the second half. And then we're going to try to hit Mostert again. He makes a nice move, gets close to the first down. On a 3rd and inches, we're looking at, I believe that was David Njoku who makes that catch. So David Njoku is getting involved in this offense, not somebody that usually gets involved. And right there, I missed a wide open post route that could have been a touchdown, but we'll give it a Mostert. He gains a few yards for us. Brings us to 3rd and inches. Really, we got to get something deep, and we finally do as we hit George Kittle over the middle. So now it's 31-7. Right now, we're just trying to make it respectable. I don't believe we're going to be able to come back in this one, especially against this user. He's doing a good job of dropping everybody back at this point. And Dalvin Cook's going to break this one free, but he gets shoestring tackled from behind by Emmanuel Mosley. So that saves a touchdown there. He almost broke away for a touchdown after breaking the tackle. And then he's going to run up the middle, break one tackle. He's going to break 2 tackles, and he's going to run through a whole pile of bodies into the end zone. So a huge run by Dalvin Cook makes it 38-7. So yeah, we're definitely not going to come back against the Minnesota Vikings the way they're playing. They're dropping everybody back into deep halves, deep zones, and he's giving us everything underneath. He's just not going to let us beat him over the top. And with that way, we're never going to come back, because if we keep throwing underneath, we're just going to waste clock, and we're never really going to get anything going. And that's smart by him, especially with a big lead like this. And then, as you can see, he's just running clock out. His offense has barely been on the field. We gave him most of his points on defense with the defensive touchdowns thus far. Then he's going to try to punch it in with Dalvin Cook. We stop him there, but then he gets in with Jamie Newman, the rookie quarterback that he has. So it's 45-7. This game's pretty much over going into the 4th quarter. We're going to try to get a score here, gain some confidence. The funny thing is, I didn't really lose confidence in my offense, even though the score is what it is. After that first throw by Jimmy Garoppolo, I kind of felt like I knew what kind of game this was going to be. And that's nothing, like, I didn't expect for me to, easily beat Minnesota, but I thought there would be a better game at this point. And after that throw by Jimmy Garoppolo on that 3rd down conversion, when I pass led inside with a low ball, I kind of understood what was going to go on in this game, and especially with all the holding calls and the way my offensive line couldn't hold up. I knew it was going to be tough, because this Minnesota team's really good, not just on paper, but also with their user. And as you can see, their offensive line is doing really well against my defensive front, which has been the key to my defense all season. He's picking up big chunks on the ground, and he's able to run free just about. So we ended up scoring one more to make it 45-14. But as you can see, he's gaining first downs on the ground. He's just wasting as much clock as he can, just trying to get the game over with. And I respect him for that, especially 45-14. Definitely a tough loss. But like I said, not too worried about this loss. As you can see, he nails it out to end the game. 45-14, we had more passing yards. That's just because we had the ball a lot more. As you can see, even though we had the ball so much and we completed so many passes, it was all underneath stuff. As I said, he just dropped into zones and gave us everything underneath. So everything we gained was about 4 or 5 yards per catch. And yeah, so now we move to 7-7. The good news is the Cardinals and the Seahawks have played already, and the Seahawks actually came out with a loss on that. So we'll be all set when it comes to that. But yeah, hopefully next week we could get a win, and we could take sole position in first place. So thanks to the Cardinals and Gooseneck Gamer, who came out with a win against the Seahawks. Really holding on to our playoff hopes with that loss, because you look forward in his matchups. He's got the Colts, and then he's also, I think, got the Jaguars. I think that's the last two matchups he has. I know it's two AFC South teams, so I'm not quite sure who it could be. It could be the Texans and the Colts, but I know he's got two tough matchups coming up, and I got the Bears, which is a tough matchup for me, and then I also got Goose with the Cardinals. So we'll see what comes down. It's going to come down to the last game, I think. We'll see exactly what happens, but that's pretty much going to do it for this episode. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. My name is Nefarious, and I am out of here.